it. I assume I will, but no commitment. And then also what else? What did I do? I did some IRL stuff. I did some emails, always fun. But we got 3 streams in a row, I think. So lock in. I also want to catch up on HSR, so there's gonna be like a lot to do. But I'm gonna be like not traveling for a while, so we should have time. Also, I'm boycotting. Well, I'm not boycotting, but I'm making myself stop playing Pokemon Champions, bro, because I kept playing for like a couple hours and like I kept winning, so I kept playing, but like it ruined my productivity and my day, so I stopped, bro. What's your elo? I got to like, I don't know, close to champ, but not champ. Champ is top 300. I was like 1,000 something, but then I just started changing teams for fun, so now I'm like 3,000 or something. But I don't know if I want to. I don't know what I want to do. I don't want to play anymore. It's taking too much time. But I was playing, so I played some Blastoise garbage. It wasn't good, but it was funny. And then I played like an actual like 6 protect skill team, but it takes too much time. Like I'm winning, but every game is like a fucking like mental battle. I don't like that. I need like, if you're climbing, you need to turn your brain off and just click a move. So I'm playing like fucking Scavillion Aerodactyl, fucking like use protect every 2 turns. I don't like that. So I gave up on that. I gave up on my dreams. Anyways. Yo, I don't have Floetta. She's fucking pay to win. Alright. We're gonna start. Hello! I need to turn my music down. Is Llama worth pulling without Nefer or Bina? Yes. You're welcome. You're welcome. But I would say no for Nefer. Where the fuck are the banners? I think I already reviewed them, no? I don't remember. Boyfriend said no? That's okay. I said yes. Make us fight. Like, if they ever... Okay, let me put something this way. Unless the next Dendro character they release is a support that does more for the fucking reactions, there's like no way. Llama's gonna be like the last to get benched in any Dendro or Dendro reaction team. Like, I can see the Hydro slot getting power crept. Llama could. I mean, the balance team the last year has been on like crack. Like, you know, but I don't know. But at that point, like, without going into too much detail, like, there's a few ways to think about it. You gotta choose an archetype. Like, the way it's designed now is there's no real answer to who should I pull other than just build, like, pull for a team. So, like, if you want to play Nefer, build a Nefer team. If you want to play Zebai, build a Zebai team. But you shouldn't pull pieces. Like, if you're just being strictly optimal, you're not gonna get... Like, you're not going to get Flynn's until you get Columbina and Inefa, and you're not going to get Inefa and Columbina. Okay, that's not true. You're going to get... Well, you're going to get, like, all 3. Like, you're not going to get just, like, pieces. Like, supports nowadays are good, but if you just collect supports, it's not going to clear Dire very easily. Or even Fear... Like, I mean, I guess Fearless, but, like, I feel like before you could get away with just having good units. Now it's, like, you can't really get Nefer without Llama. You can't really get Nefer Llama without Columbina. And it's like, if you get Zebai, sure, but why are you getting Zebai if you don't have Columbina? Why are you getting Zebai Columbina without Linnea? And then you just like keep like pulling and pulling. So you should just like focus on teams, basically. So like, if you're being very Primogem smart, like you're free to play and you care about every Primogem. That's the premise. You shouldn't just pull a support because she's good and then not have a team for her. So I like, if I'm being rational, I see where the no would come from. But it's like, Llama is much more valuable to your account than just Nefer. But like, if you're pulling for one, at some point you should get the other, because then you get the second or I guess third best DPS in the game, right? Like Nefer with Llama and Bina is like the 3rd best team. Maybe 2nd if you're not like Jesus on Mawika. So like realistically 2nd. And it's like, at that point, you should get both. And if you're only going to get one, get Llama. But, you know, it feels like also they're releasing better and better teams. Hopefully that stops. Like, I swear, I really hope that stops. But if it doesn't, it's like a 1-year-old DPS in 1 year, in 2 years, let's say, is probably not going to be like, okay. I mean, like, Moalani's still good and Mawika's still good. But like, I assume that in 1 year time, Flynn's and Nefer, instead of being like, let's say Nefer's 3rd and Flynn's is like 4th. I assume they'll be like 6 and 7, which is still probably going to be good. But I feel like at that point, like once a region is closing, the next region's DPSs, given how they've been releasing things, will probably just be better and chilled. And so it's like reruns now feel a lot more like I like this character, so I'm gonna get them. Or I have One Piece. Like, One Piece! Yo, like, if you have... Well, I watched 7 episodes of One Piece yesterday for no reason. But, like, if you have Nefer, you're kind of chained. Like, she literally ties you up in her basement and is like, yo, get me Lauma, get me Columbina, or fucking go to jail. Now, I'm pretty sure, like, Nefer can clear some of the dire bosses, like Hera, with just Lauma, no Columbina. It's not like you need both, right? And even Fearless, like, is easier, obviously. So it's not like you need them. But it feels like when you're building your account, you kind of have to just go for teams now. And it's like, I would say you should get at least 1 lunar DPS. More than one's fine, but you have to share Columbina, which is okay. I know can be played in a non-Nefer team. But yeah, power creep is a bit more prevalent than it was before. So it's a bit harder. But I still think Llama is a lot more valuable than Nefer. Like, I don't think Llama is a bad pull. It's just if you're pulling Llama to play her with like Farina Sino, it's just not going to be as big of an upgrade as getting like a whole, like, trying to build a new team, like trying to build around fucking Inefa, or trying to build around Flynn's, or trying to build around Nefer or whatever. But you wouldn't get Nefer without Llama. I guess Mawika too. Mawika's pretty strong, and Mawika also has relatively cheap teams. Like, you can play Mawika Overload if you have the 4 stars. It's not bad. It's actually very good. Anyways. Linnea, Zibai, or Llama Nefer? Zibai is the best DPS in the game right now. But it's not by like that much. But yeah, she's the best. It goes Linnea, then Nefer or Mawika. Probably Nefer, unless you're literally a fucking god. And then Flynn's. Okay. Yeah, I mean, Linnea's, I mean, Zibai's a bigger difference if you have like every premium, like a C6 4-star and fucking 3 5-stars in your team. But like, it's the one you should invest into. But it's like, I don't think it's big enough to where if you don't like her, like, okay, realistically, Zibai is shilled right now for the Moon Gecko. But even outside of that, it's going to be like, I think 20k DPS if you go from like 150 to 170k-ish. 20 to 30k, which is about, in percentage, like 10 to 15 better. So it's like, it's worth it if you're going to pull a new. Like, you might as well get the better one. You might as well get the better one than the slightly worse one. But I don't think it's going to be enough to where, unless the boss is shilled, one can clear like Fearless and the other can't. But maybe in like a year that will be the case. Like, now a lot of the bosses Moalani can clear a lot easier than Kanich, even though when they came out they were pretty similar in terms of just like raw damage. Anyways, I'm not gonna get into it too much. But I don't like Zibai, yeah, then don't get her. Like, that's the whole point. Like, look, if all you want to hear is fucking numbers, get Zibai, get Mawika as like 2 teams, and then you can either get another like lunar team or just play whatever the fuck you have. And then you'll be happy. But maybe you don't want that, all right? Maybe you want to play something else. Skirk can be good too, bro. Skirk Freeze is still pretty good. Varka, you know, Varka might get some buffs. Shao, I mean, look, Shao, everybody loves Shao. Sorry. A little bit of a sneak there. A little bit of a sneak. Oops. All right. No, Varka's decent. Varka's decent. It's just like the game is a little.
Oh.
The difference in team power level is a little scuffed right now because they decided to just make lunar carries a bit stupid. But Varka's not bad. He's still okay. Like he's just decent, but he might get better. And he's hot. True. And he's hot. He is great if you want to use your venti, but also you really don't need to use your venti because Sucrose. Well, bro, honestly, Sucrose is a fake unit because your lunar team needs her. So realistically, Varka can't use Sucrose. Well, I guess you could still use like Farzan or Aoife. So Venti's also not that huge. But look, you might have a Venti and you want to play him. So just go ahead. Play your Venti, bro. Play your Venti. Be happy. Be happy. What if the new purple-haired girl is good for him? Yo, shut up, bro. You know too much. You know too much. It would be cool. It would be cool. Like, it's hard. Like, if it was any other time but now, like, basically Nahida 2 would just be like turbo crack for your account. And like, if you still play a lot of older units, she is like objectively raising older teams from bad to okay isn't a bad thing. But it's like, I feel like every new team is just better than the old ones. So like rerun banners, regardless of who they are, unless you're pulling for a whole team, are like harder to recommend. Like, yeah. Even like Flint, Flint is really good, but like, would I recommend him if you're not getting Inefa? Probably not. Like, you should probably get Inefa. Even though like Columbina official Flins is still pretty good, especially with the Hexerai. If you could go no healer, you could do like Flint official Sucrose. It's not bad. It's actually pretty good, but it's like you have no healer, and at like Inefa's always just really valuable. Anyways, what the fuck are the banners again? We already talked about them, I think, last stream though. Hello. Yeah, banners are also kind of. I mean, you get Xingqiu's. That's pretty cool, bro. You get Xingqiu. Wow. That's pretty cool. Maybe you didn't have them. Maybe you didn't have C6 Xingqiu. In which case, there you go. There you go. You know what? Okay, you know what? Dude, imagine if Yehoda was like better than Sucrose. I feel like Nefer and Flins, like they could have the puzzle piece that they need, you know? Like Flins, imagine if Yehoda's like, imagine if Yehoda's base kit had like, let me think. Imagine if her base kit, no, let me cook. Imagine if Yehoda's ult duplicated your active character for 6 seconds. So you ult on Yehoda, go to Flins, and then your first burst is duplicated. Absolute cinema! Alright, sorry. Anyways, let's yo, why are you guys typing Suska? Can you, I don't know what I just, yo, stop. Saridra. Wait, make Yehoda Saridra. Make Yehoda Saridra. That would be crazy. Wait, that actually would be crazy. But I don't want Sucrose to get crept. I'm just saying. Oh, I'm Zibai. I get a dedicated 4-star and 5-star and want the Archon. Feed me more. I'm hungry. Feed me more. Fuck you. Sorry. I like Zibai. Yo, let's do the Wordle. Let me drink some water.